In the cold winter of 1855, in the rolling countryside of Devon, England, a strange and terrifying phenomenon gripped the small village of Exmoor and the surrounding towns. One morning after a heavy snowfall, villagers awoke to find that the world had been altered overnight. A series of peculiar hoof-like footprints, stretching for miles, appeared in the fresh snow. They were too large for any known animal, and their peculiar erratic pattern seemed to defy all logic. The footprints were not only unusual in their size, but also in their shape. They resembled the hoofs of some great beast, but with a twist. They had a strange, almost unnatural alignment, as if something or someone had walked without the slightest regard for gravity. The tracks began abruptly in one place, seemingly with no source, and snaked across the land, weaving through fields, over walls, and even across roofs. They led to the doors of homes, to barns, and into the woods, only to vanish without explanation. As the days passed, the villagers became increasingly fearful, especially when they discovered that no animal, nor no creature could have made such tracks. The footprints were all too deliberate, far too strange, and they seemed to follow a pattern that no natural animal would ever make. The residents, growing more anxious with each new discovery, began to whisper among themselves that these were not the tracks of an earthly creature. A few of the braver souls decided to follow the trail. They trekked through the snow, their hearts pounding with fear, following the footprints as they wound their way through the countryside. The footprints seemed to stretch endlessly, never turning, always leading further into the woods. The villagers, though frightened, pressed on, each of them desperate for an explanation, desperate for the mystery to make sense. But as they ventured deeper into the forest, the footprints began to take on a more sinister nature. In places where the trails split, they would merge again into one, almost as if the devil himself had made them, walking in a deliberate, haunting pattern. There's rumours that the footprints even led into the churchyard, stopping just short of the church's doorstep. For many, it was the footprints near the church that terrified them the most. The villagers knew well enough that churches were sacred places, shielded from the forces of evil. But there, in the holy ground of their churchyard, the devil's trail was unmistakable. In some places, the hoofprints appeared to turn towards the church, as if something had circled it, waiting, watching, and at one point they vanished into the ground, as if the devil had disappeared into the earth itself. The legend of the devil's footprints grew rapidly, and soon word spread beyond the village of Exmouth to other parts of England. People travelled from far and wide to see the strange marks for themselves. The newspapers took hold of the story, claiming that the footprints were the work of the devil himself, an ominous sign of something wicked, something beyond human understanding. Theories began to circulate. Some claimed that the footprints were made by Satan himself, wandering the earth in the disguise of a beast to spread terror and evil. Others suggested that they were the marks of a great demon or spirit, perhaps a hellish apparition sent to torment the living. Some villagers even claimed that the footprints were a warning, a sign of something much darker to come. But there were some who believed the tracks could be explained by more earthly means. Some speculated that a large, strange animal had wandered through the countryside, though no one could explain its bizarre pattern of movement. Others suggested that someone, perhaps a particular joker, had used a pair of special boots to create the strange marks as a prank, but no one could ever confirm such a theory. No tracks of any kind were found leading to or from the supposed creator of the footprints. Despite the various explanations, the sense of dread never fully dissipated. As time passed, the snow melted and the footprints faded from view, but the memory of the event haunted the village. The legend lived on, passed down through the years as a tale of terror that was never fully explained. Today, the devil's footprints remain a mystery, one of the strangest and most enduring, unexplained phenomena in British folklore. The footprints were seen only that one fateful winter, and though many theories have been proposed, No one can say for sure what caused them. The question still lingers. What was it that walked across the snow that night? Was it the devil himself spreading fear and malice? Or was it something far more mysterious, something that we'll never truly understand? Some say the footprints will appear again one day, that the devil will return to walk the earth, leaving his mark behind. Others believe the tracks were a warning from another realm, a chilling reminder that not all things in this world can be explained by logic or reason. One thing is certain, the devil's footprints will continue to haunt the imagination of all who hear the tale, and those who walk through the snow on cold winter nights will always wonder if they might find those same strange marks in the snow once again.